What's up, YouTube? Tim from SSG here, and I'm here with
Kyle G.
What did you do, Kyle?
I just got 10th place at the Providence Regional with ABC.
Awesome. Let's get on the deck.
Main deck. Started off with 3A, 3B, and 2C. I played Desires, and people urged me against only running 2 with Desires, but it never was a real problem for me because you always use Hanger or other means to get to this before you Desires.
Did you ever miss the third?
There was one time today where I missed it, but it was only because we were in a hard grind situation and I just wanted another buster. I'm running 3 of each of the gadgets. This is too good not to play right now with Torrential at 3. The floating ability is just so nice, and it's your go-to 1-2 card with this and Hanger. I'm not running the Destrudo build right now because of the fact that Ravine is a little fragile at times if you're not discarding a Dark Worm or a Destrudo off of it. To the hand traps, 2 Ash, 2 Ogre, 2 Veiler. I believe that this is the most correct way to go about it because these are hard once per turns, and facing against Magicians or combo decks, you need as many negates in tandem with your Buster and your back row as possible. So seeing 2 of these at a time can actually kind of hurt you when they're trying to make their board. That was it for monsters. 20 monsters, pretty standard. Spells, 3 Hanger, 6 Hanger. You already know, it's too good. This card is a +2. I run 2 Desires. I wholeheartedly believe this is the correct number. Every time I saw Desires and I resolved it, I was in a very good position, and I never ended up seeing the second one. If I had Desires into another Desires, or Desires twice banishing more cards, it would have hurt me. I main decked 2 Twin Twisters. I was originally main decking 3, but I took out the 3rd for Upstart for more consistency, and I put the 3rd in the side. Twin Twisters is so good main decked right now for several matchups, Trickstar, Magician, True Draco, and I love pitching cards into the grave, so it worked out nicely. And the last spell is Monster Born. This card was really nice today. I didn't steal anyone's boss monster, but I used it to continue my plays after they interrupted me. For traps, I run 3 Solemn Strike and 1 Judgment. Then I run 1 Skill Drain and 3 Torrential Tribute. The 2 cards that I opted to not run in the main deck were Warning and Imperial Order. Imperial Order, I just had bad experiences with it, which ended up making me edge it out for one of the Twin Twisters. And the reason I cut Warning for the second of the Twin Twisters was the idea that I didn't like that it couldn't stop hand traps. Onto the extra deck. 3 Busters. Shout out to my boy Rudy for letting me borrow 1 for the correct rarity. I was rocking an Ultra all day. Obviously you have to run it. I rocked 1 Underclock Taker, 1 Clee Genius, and 1 Akashic. For months I wasn't running this, and I was running a 2nd Underclock, and there was 2 times today where I was missing it. This card is a good card, don't get me wrong, but I love the drop effect to push for more damage. There was one time today where if I had summoned this instead of this, I could have just killed them there, but I gave them the extra turn. For 3s, double decode. For the longest time I was rocking 1, then I went to 2, then back to 1, and yet again, here I am at 2. I only really summoned 1 today, but it was good to have the 2nd for the time that I need when it did come up. For the Link 4s, 1 Borreload and 1 Topolomic Bomber Dragon. This should be a Saryuja, it's what I've been testing online with, but this thing's burn effect actually did come through once to snag me a game. I made Borreload probably once every other match, if that. This is almost a necessity now for when you tag out your Buster pieces. Then for the Exceeds, in order of importance, Tornado Dragon, then Tsukiyomi, then Dire, then Baguska, then Dweller. Best rank 4, in my opinion right now, This can get you out of brick hands with a bunch of gadgets. This gets itself out of the extra zone and baits back row. This is for when you have no other things going for you. And I was running this for Mermail or Burning Abyss. Came up once. For the side deck, I'm siding the third of each of the hand traps. The idea being is after going into game one, usually one of these won't apply to your matchup and you side that out for the third or the second of the two and vice versa. I think this is pretty nice. It worked out nicely for me. Then I sided Triple Lancia. I sided this for the mirror match. I sided this for Invoked or Mill variants or any Metafist or Grand Maju things that were being cheeky today. I sided this in a lot today because I faced ABC, and it worked nicely. I'd keep it. Then I ran 2 Sphere mode. This was for the Magician matchup, which I did not face today. But if I had faced it, I know I probably would have needed it to out the 4 negates board. Sided a small kaiju package. I put this in almost every single time I went game 2. I searched this once off of Klee Genius and it was pretty clutch. You can't search it easy access, but sometimes it'll come through. I recommend it. You have a rough time getting over Masterpiece at times, and this ended up saving me today with my Draco matchups. And the last cards, the third Twin Twister, Dark Hole, Rageki. The basic strategy of Gadget ABC now is make a very sturdy going first deck. Then every time they make you go second, you side hard board wipes and hand traps against them until you out advantage them when you tag out Buster.
You remember what your matchups were like?
Yep. I have matchups right over here. So round 1 was Paleo, and Paleo was my only loss. Round 2. This is all messed up, my bad. Round 1 was Paleo. Round 2 was ABC, and he was teching in an Ojama type deck, and I didn't really get to see
fusion.
Yeah, with the fusion. I really didn't get to see it go off because I kept interrupting him, but it was very innovative. Round 3 was Lightsworn. It was pretty straightforward because I just kept banishing his monsters that attempted to mill, and anytime he tried to mill something, I just had an out to it. Got that 2-0. 3 was a ABC Mirror. This kid was really good. I ended up getting him 2-0. I just kept messing with his hanger. Round 5 was True Draco. This was a very hard grind, but I ended up getting it in game 2. Round 6 was Draco again. This got all the way to game 3, and we went into time, and I ended up nicking him for game, which was nice. That was, I think, the top Alamic Bomber Dragon coming through. Round 7 was against it was like a World Chalice Fairy variant, and that was my one tie. I ended up going into time with him right as we were siding, and the judge was right there. And then round 8 was Mermail. Game 1 I OTK'd, game 2 we went back and forth, but then I ended up getting him under Baguska. And yeah, I ended up finishing 6-1-1.
Any shoutouts you want to give?
Oh, a ton. So firstly, shout out to my locals, Untapped Games, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. They're a great place, a lot of competitive players. Shout out to Team Lavender for smelling so nice. Shout out to Rudy, Brian's girlfriend, who I thought was his sister, Silver Storm Gaming, Jess, Fabio, Jose, Ace, Luke, Jamal, all my friends from Untapped, who are great people to test with. They're good players, and that's what got me here.
All right, great. Thanks for the deck profile.
Thank you so much.
Tim signing out.
Thank you.